Greetings once again, my friends. I completed 2 more rides this week, and I did both of them solo, very much in my usual stomping grounds. Both times I rode up to Morrow and back. Once I started kind of down in the Mainville area and went 20 miles. The other time I started closer to my house in Westchester and went 30. So I was thinking a lot this week about riding solo. Probably not what I would choose to do typically, but I do think it has some blessing and benefit to it. It is rather peaceful. It gives me a chance to just sort of think. I think my life and in general our world is very noisy, and we don't get a whole lot of time just to think and to kind of focus on what's going on. So I take it all in just a little differently when I'm by myself. I prefer to enjoy these kinds of things with friends when I can, but I do think it's healthy and beneficial to kind of get out and just enjoy being in God's creation, spending time with the Lord, spending time in prayer as I'm riding down. So that's been good for me this week. I think last week after doing that long 70-mile route, it was kind of nice to change things up a little bit. So even though it was pretty familiar territory and a lot of these scenes and footage are very similar to what I've done in the past, it was still great. I didn't mind doing the same things. It's still beautiful to see, even if I'm seeing it over and over again. So thankful for that. It was a good week. I'm thankful for being able to get more miles done. I do think I'm not going to have a problem getting these last 50 miles done. I already have at least one ride planned with Becky next week, and I think I'm going to be able to wrap up the challenge with Sarah, which is fun because I started this whole challenge with her. So that was great. So if you are a person who typically rides with a friend, I would encourage you to consider getting out there by yourself. I don't actually tend to think that I'm unsafe. I go to areas where there tends to be a lot of people. I also generally don't live under the assumption that somebody is out to get me or hurt me. I'm on a bike. I'm moving pretty fast. I'm not too worried about that. So, and I think it's a happier way to live, to not be fearful. So, until next week, I really think that hopefully this next video is going to show a 300-mile completion of my challenge.